Hi, I'm doing a tag response for the awesome, fantastic Dave Nixon, Axmoose. This is his 15 random questions. Yeah. Mm. Moving on to number one. What is something that's easy for you but difficult for most other people? I gave this a really serious thought, and the only one that I can actually come up with is my ghost haunts. When I go out on my own late at night doing my ghost haunts, I feel it's very difficult for others to do on their own at night. Yeah, so I'm going to go with that one. Moving on. What are you glad you learned as a child? Me personally, my mum and dad always brought me up to respect other people, be kind to other people, patient to other people. So I'll go along with that. Yeah. If you could know either when you die or how, which would you choose if either? Me personally, I do not want to know how or when. All I would like and pray that I die in my sleep peacefully. Yeah. Moving on. What is something you had to learn the hard way? I gave another serious thought about this one, and I feel that there is still people out there who's really mean to other people, which I find it very difficult, very hard to understand this time of age, of years, that why people has got to upset other people. If they don't understand somebody, then they've got to do something for them to feel more ease about it, to feel like that they causing your life so miserable. Theirs is perfect. I find it very hard to understand. Yeah. Moving on. What is something you want but will never have? Simple question, money. I haven't got money. My money don't last very long when I have it. At the end of the time, I would like to have money, just enough to live off of until I die, but never going to happen. No. Anyway, moving on. If you could know for certain the answer to any question, what would that question be? I feel that there's plenty of questions out there is not answered, and I don't think, really much speaking, there will be, the questions will ever be answered. Yeah, that's all I can say. Moving on. What is a quote that speaks to you, and why do you like it? Me personally, I haven't really noticed about any quotes to anything that speaks volumes to me. So sorry, Dave, but that's one I cannot answer. No. Anyway, moving on. What advice do you wish you received earlier? Again, very interesting but hard question to answer. I honestly don't know. Maybe because you gotta be who you are. You gotta feel that the whole world is against you and you just got to be who you are and ignore people's neglected comments, the hatred that follows it all. Just move on and ignore. That's all I can actually say about this question. Might be the wrong answer to the question, but I can't really think of anything else to say. No, sorry, Dave. Moving on. What was the hardest time of your life and how did you make it through? I've had many heartaches in my life. Me dad passing, that was hard. Me mum passing, that was hard. My own son had his car accident, that was terrifically hard to take, especially seeing how he was, how he is now, all the time in hospital before he come out of the coma. I've had a lot of hardest times, more than I really want, really. So I'm just going to go with that. Moving on. What is the best compliment you've ever received? Many years ago, Weston-super-Mare, I was heading towards a shop, come to the door, and a man opened the door and he said, "Ladies before gentlemen." I thought that was very sweet, very nice. I walked in, said thank you, and he said, "You're welcome, my lady." Yeah. Moving on. Has anyone ever saved your life? Have you ever saved anyone else's? No, on both. I have not. And touch wood, I hope I won't be in that situation to do so. Moving on. What expense thing is absolutely worth the money? Is there anything in the world that's really deserves the money that it's printed on? I don't think so. Everything nowadays is more expensive than what it was 3-4 years ago. Money doesn't go up to correspond with it, so I don't think this expensive stuff is worth the money that they state. Nope. Moving on. If you could change your name, first, last, middle, or any combination of the three, what would you change it to and why? I would not change my name whatsoever. I class myself as Jasmine Crystal Ellis. I would not change that for one little bit. Nor the other name. No, I would not. Just because I would not. Anyway, moving on. What historical figure would you most like to sit and have a conversation with over tea? There's two I would like to sit down and have a coffee with, a cup of tea with, sit down and have something to eat with, and they are both politicians, and there is Winston Churchill. I would love to sit down and have a good conversation with him, and the other one is my time in life would be Margaret Thatcher. Yes, Margaret Thatcher. The reason why? She stood up for her rights. She stood up to the bullies of the Parliament. She stood up to bullies who wanted to invade places. I would love to sit down and talk to her and have a damn good conversation. She was the Iron Lady. Nobody liked her. You know, no one did. But me personally, I thought she was one hell of a magnificent woman. and she stood up for her rights. That's all I am saying. Yeah. Moving on to number 15 and last. Who do you wish was still alive? My mum and dad. They meant everything to me. My dad, we used to do many things together. We had a hell of a lot of laughs. Me mum, we had terrific time together. Many laughs, many fooling around, flicking water at one another, hitting each other with a tea towel when we were washing up and wiping up, rubbing each other people's hairs when one wasn't looking. We had terrific. So yes, I wish they was. Anyway, Dave, there's your 15 random questions done. I am now going to do your 20 questions. So, thank you for watching. God bless. Take care.